Dave, Vice Chancellor, thank you very much for coming in.
Pleasure, Tom.
Thank you very much. What is Reclaim, first of all, Martin?
Well, Reclaim's a Manchester-based organisation that works with young adults, with boys and with girls, usually about the age of 14, and it's all about leadership development in community. So it's a great project, it's got a great record, and really brings out the innate qualities of young people in their communities as leaders.
And what is the In My Shoes project actually about?
Well, the challenge for them is to have designed an itinerary that shows us what their communities are like. So literally, in my shoes. They take us around for 3 or 4 hours. They're given a very small budget. They've got to cover the bus fares and everything. So we pair off and we're in their hands or in their shoes for the morning and the early afternoon, and they show us what's special about their community.
So what is special about their community?
Well, what's special about this community is that we're in Odsal right now. A lot of people don't realise that. Media City is in Odsal.
Right.
Okay,
I didn't know that. So.
No, you didn't know that, so there you are. So it's literally just down the road, and this is a proud community that goes right back into Salford and Manchester's 19th century history. A lot of history. Yeah. This was where the docks were. It was the biggest inland port in the world at one stage.
Really?
So people's lives have been here. These communities go back. They're very proud. They're very local. And lots of local history. Old buildings, Salford Lads Club, for example. Home of great music. I mean, this is where the Smiths come from, for example. So there's that tradition, and this is about discovering that. It's special. It's us. We're located right here. It's our community, and it's our opportunity to get engaged.
Are they, in effect, trying to reclaim the pride of Odsal in that sense?
Exactly, you've got it in one. That's the notion of the reclaim. So it's a reclaim of the pride of Odsal, but of course of other parts of Manchester as well, because it's not just a Salford charity.
Sure.
So
what other areas of Manchester?
They've worked across Moss Side, they've worked in different parts of the city. This is the first time they've come south of the River Irwell, which is always a great step. It's the first time it's been in Salford, and so we were very keen to partner with them.
Excellent. So why have you decided, Chancellor, to work with Reclaim?
Well, if it's leadership, it's about leadership, isn't it? So if you're talking to young people about being leaders in their community, then you need to match that with the leadership of other organisations. So I've challenged some senior staff to join me for the day, and they've really come up to that challenge to get involved. But you know, we are a university located in a community, and it's not really a question of whether the young people that we work with come to our university or indeed come to university at all. It's about the notion of themselves, about their aspirations, about what they can achieve, about giving them the opportunities that they want, and about empowering them to seize the opportunities. I mean, and that's what a lot of this is about. That's why you're all here today for 12 hours, seizing the opportunity for comic relief. So we're asking them to seize the day as well.
What are the aims of the In My Shoes project?
Really to get to kids at what is a critical age, for them to take control of their lives and their futures.
And what ages are we talking?
We're talking about 13, 14-year-olds.
Okay.
And there are a number of organisations that work at that area. But young people make critical choices at that stage, and sometimes they're not good choices. So we know, for example, that those are the ages where people are most vulnerable to get involved in gang cultures. And a lot of work's shown that. It's a key sort of transition point. So empowering young people to take control of their lives at that age shapes their future in critical ways, and that's a critical point of intervention.
In the future, maybe will you be looking to expand the age of the demographic maybe to 16 to 18-year-olds who are at like a different stage of their life and different...
Well, we work with a number of other organisations. So we're working with an organisation called Girls Out Loud, again based out from Media City here, which, as the name suggests, is about reaching 13 to 14-year-old girls. We're working with an organisation called Uprising, which in fact is an organisation for people in their early 20s, and that's about the next stage of leadership. So we've picked 3 or 4 organisations to work with closely where we can think we can get a really useful partnership.
Excellent. Now, community outreach projects like these are very important for developing youth confidence. So could you see charities such as Reclaim working with other universities and maybe even more with Media City?
Well, they already do work with a number of other universities, and that's one of their attractions. So they try and partner with local organisations. Media City is a great opportunity for this. As I said earlier, Media City is in Odsal. And one of the problems with the design of Media City, if you think about it, and this building here, is it seems at some stages almost to turn its back on community. So behind us we have Langworthy and Seedley, again, are really significant communities. But it's almost impossible to drive in and out of Media City through Langworthy and Seedley. And there are quite strong feelings about that in the community. There's a tendency of people to think, well, Media City isn't for the likes of us. You know, it's for...
It's too flashy.
It's always too flashy, or for it's well-off people from South Manchester who come in.
Prejudice about it.
You know, and the question really is, well, here it is in Salford. What is it, you know, for local communities?
Because it's only been open for 18 months.
18 months,
yeah.
But there are, in fact, remarkably few public spaces here. So although the BBC is great, of course you can't get past the security barriers into the studios. So the public spaces here are the Imperial War Museum, the Lowry, and us. So our downstairs space here, the Egg, is deliberately designed in such a way that we can have events that relate to community.
And very good events as well.
Well, we always want to have that quality, and we want to make really good use of the media facilities here. So we had, for example, Start in Salford earlier this week, which is a great Salford-based charity that works basically in the mental health area.
Right.
And they were, we hosted them to launch a film that they've made, and there were lots and lots of people from the local community coming in. So one of our challenges is to really use our spaces to engage with local communities.
It just sounds like a great idea, because I know that video is a very powerful tool to engage an audience.
Absolutely.
So all the best for that. You know, that sounds absolutely great.
And what do you hope to achieve with your participation in the group?
Well, what I want to get from this, because a partnership's a two-way process. So first of all, it helps us by being able to engage with Reclaim and being able to engage with these young people. It helps us to understand the community we're in better, because unless you happen to live in Salford, I mean, I live in Salford, so I know it quite well, but quite understandably, a lot of our staff and our students don't live here. I mean, we have students who commute from the whole of Manchester. So getting to understand our immediate community is sometimes a little bit of a challenge, because you know it from the route that you drive in, the car park that you park in, and then you get in, and quite understandably you get the train or the tram or the bus and you go. So what we want to do is to get much more related and embedded, and to understand what it means to be a university that's located here in that community.
Now, have you personally been involved in youth projects such as these in the past before, or is this quite
Yes, I have. I mean, as you can tell from my slight accent, I have a lot of background working in South Africa.
Right.
And so I did a good amount there with local community organisations. And we've had long-term partners here. So we work with the Broughton Trust, for instance, over in Lower Broughton, quite closely. We've got a long relationship with them. We've worked with various social housing organisations, community organisations, you know, through the years. So the university's always been connected in one way or another, and also because, of course, we're such a significant force in health, that our staff and our students are deeply involved in primary healthcare issues, and that means working within local communities. So I think that our strength of connections here is one of our really underdeveloped features. We do a great deal more than we own up to.
Like a very, very humble university, maybe, you might say.
You don't want to be too humble, because you want good press as well, don't you?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure.
Thank you.